Hello nerds, today we're making an L-shaped box and I'm giving you a tutorial, but it's okay because it's a special box. It has a basement, that makes it unique. It isn't, it's not the first tutorial that you've seen with a basement, it's not the first tutorial you've seen with a basement on White Springs, it's not even the first tutorial you've seen with a basement on the White Springs this week, more than likely. But if you haven't seen another tutorial on the White Springs or the basement this week, you should probably go and watch Churches. He definitely did not steal my content. Definitely did not. He felt inspired. It's fine. You should watch that video if you haven't for some fucking weird reason. Anyway, I put walls up. I left them as doors so that I could think through it. Like if I wanted to change it later, then I could. And now we are putting down a symptomatic and some rugs so that we can sink into the ground and get to the basement. There's a couple of ways you can do this. The other common one would be the personal terminal and then you put it on a rug and sink it into the stairs, but this feels more clean to me. I spent a million years trying to get it centered and it wasn't in the end. That's fine. I think it only matters if you're kind of obsessive like me. I placed that and it sank into the ground. That's not gonna work, so we're gonna move that. And then I've sped this up a lot. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're just gonna put the two rugs down, symptomatic on top, and then you can use a pressure plate to sink it down. And eventually it'll go as low as possible. I feel like I've seen people get it lower, but I couldn't, so that's fine. And then you're going to place it where you want it, and then we're going to take a catwalk because you can delete the catwalk and your stairs will set free, which is huge. I'm not sure who thought of that. I've seen Solly Sweetwell do that, and I've seen Church do that, and of course I've seen lots of other people do it now. And then we're deleting the foundation so that we can use upper floors, and there's not foundations in our basement. Now, with these upper floors, you've got to be careful because if you accidentally place them in the wrong place, you're fucked. So don't do that. Take your time with it. Be patient. Harder for some. Hard for me. I have ADHD. I'm struggling to even watch this back and tell you guys what I'm doing because my brain just wants to be doing a million things at once. We are like 3 minutes in and it is excruciating. Now we're placing our doors. Again, I just like to leave them as doors so that if I choose to change them or I need a double wall or whatever, I have that option there and it's not a problem. And you've got your basic layout for your basement and your house, and now we're just putting the upper floors in. Again, be careful with where you place these and make sure you've got them the way that you want because you won't be able to undo it. You can, but it involves tearing the whole thing out and doing it over, which no one wants to do. It's not fun. And now we're up to the roofs, which... ADHD in motion. I decided fuck the roof. I'm gonna put the half walls up top to break it up a little bit. And then we got the spinning wheel of death again. That's fine. I'm calm. Look at how calm I am. I'm pretty sure I rage quit this more times than I can count. There's probably a way to counter that, but when you're not feeling very calm, doesn't matter. You're not going to sit there and be patient for it. And now we're going to put in our roofs. I feel like I could have sped this up a little bit. Honestly, you guys could have... You're not silly. Now I do something extra silly here. In a second, which you could probably avoid. I build a wall so that I can snap one more slanted roof because obviously that's a weird space, right? So we need to figure out, I didn't need the wall there to put that there. But we do need to destroy that so that we can build it again. Well, build a piece over it. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to burn it. Looks like I've already burnt some, which, by the way, spoiler, I didn't need to burn, but just want to use the flamethrower, burn that, and then move your wall. I did not need to delete that roof, but like, hindsight is 2020, guys. There's so many things that I didn't need to do here that you guys don't need to do. But there you go. I didn't need to do that either, but now we repair that, and we have, I did not need to delete that, have a roof that is pretty. Now we're changing the corners to brick because I believe brick is the only triangle piece that you can burn to double. Jesus. So you guys can honestly do this all so much easier than I did it, but that's okay. Learn from my mistakes while I'm showing you a tutorial of how I did it. Logical. Honestly, watching this back has been a little bit painful for me. I definitely ADHD my builds. I can see where like it's so choppy, and I can see bits where I've started to stop and just gotten too furious with it. It's not, I don't know if there's people in the world that like stand there and make a build and they just do it fluently and it's fine and it's not choppy. That's not me, and that's okay. Now we're repairing things and we're putting our wall back in. I feel like Bo Burnham, honestly, if you've seen Inside and the part where he starts reacting to his own reaction video and breaking all sorts of walls, I hate it. Also, you didn't need to, don't do this, just go over to your camp node and then you can just repair it. Like, you can repair it all at one go. Now we're putting this roof in, and then we're placing more things. Again, I should have just like not stored them, which I've clearly done at some point. That's okay. Now, if you connect a little generator, you don't have to leave build mode to power it over and over again. You can just power it. And then we're going to burn all of the roofs on top so that we can put a second flat roof in. And then with that second flat roof, you can also hide all of your power, and it will power straight down to the basement, 2 levels. And then you don't need any other power, and it's all hidden, which is great. Okay, and then we're just gonna keep going with this. You could do it smarter, again, as usual. If you were a smarter person, you would probably just put roofs all the way around the outside and just call it a day, because I had to fuck with it to where it wouldn't click, and then I had to go in and do all sorts of things to get it to click. But however you do it, whichever way you figure it out, that's totally fine. Your main aim is just to burn the top slanted roofs. This isn't a tutorial really to tell you exactly how to do it, because God knows that I am not the smartest cookie, and I'm sure that you could figure it out better. It's just, you know, inspiration so that you can figure out what you're doing with it, and just, yeah, I don't know. This is ADHD in action. I've said ADHD 8 million times in this video, but honestly, I don't think that you really notice how spacey your brain is until you start trying to focus on just one thing, and you watch yourself or record yourself and you can just see yourself doing 8 million things and like not staying on one task, and then it's all choppy and it's insane. I clearly just was all over the place. But now we have all of those roofs burned, and we can put in a lower roof if it wants to click eventually, maybe. If you spin it, eventually it sort of just decides that it's going to work. Sometimes. Or not. I don't fucking know. Eventually. There we go. See? It's all good. And then I chose to leave a gap in here so that I could hop onto it for some reason. Again, I have no idea. But spinning it, and eventually it clips in. And then if you exit build mode and kneel, you may have an easier time placing these because sometimes they don't want to attach because it just wants you to repair the roof, but it's easier for sure if you just crouch, then you won't have too many problems with it. And then attach these in the weirdest way possible, but you get the idea. And then once it's attached, you should have power through your whole build, which is awesome. And then you can start to repair your roof, and you've got everything pretty much done. There's just a couple more pieces to do, and we're in very high speed here apparently. But you've got a lower roof, you've got a repaired upper roof, you've got that pretty slant that Bethesda decided that we didn't need, so we had to figure out how to get ourselves. I figured this was the perfect build to use these hedges because honestly I have no fucking idea when I'd ever use them again, but you can't put a stair in the hedge, so I burnt it and then I put a stair down. And now we're just going to put in the garage door, which won't pop with the roof pieces in, unfortunately, so we're taking those away and then putting them back. And then you're pretty much good to go. Now we're just going to change all of the doors. I did not show you changing the doors in the basement. And you may come into some problems there if you aren't too careful. You'll accidentally grab the foundation above them in the garage or the outside porch. So you just want to make sure that it is highlighting the foundation. Look down helps usually. And I chose to change this to steel just so it was broken up a little bit, but honestly anything works. And there she is. Now we'll just do the walkthrough, which I chose to change the one of the walls, double side it and change it up a little bit to break everything up some more. Did I think of it? No. Am I running with it? Yes. And then we have everything that we need in the garage, which is a good start. And I also did that sink glitch with that shelf there. It's a little bit off, but we're not looking at that. Now, I sectioned this based off a house that I lived in, and I've just now noticed that that fucking wallpaper glitch is back, and it looks like that's not painted. It is. It's a glitch. Am I fixing it? Absolutely fucking not. Little kitchen, little dining room, very long hallway, and then we've got a bedroom. I am at almost max budget, by the way, so just be careful here. Obviously, the double roofs and stuff takes up a little ensuite bathroom. I guess she likes animals. And then if we come out here, just put a little barbecue area out on that entrance to the basement. And I just unlocked the puppy dog. I don't remember its name, but it's cute. You could probably come up with something better to hide your mat and symptomatic, but I just didn't. And then this is through to the basement, which was supposed to be 90s, but honestly came out very 80s. It is very 80s. And Trudge came in when I was showing him because he had a similar build after mine and said that it's not, it looked like it smelled like mold and mildew, so I guess it passes the basement test. Little laundry, because why not? You need a, no one wants to walk upstairs into an ensuite to use the toilet, so there we go. And that is the whole build. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are, and take care. Bye guys.